Blöden Schweinehunde.
Well, this isn't going to end
He
well.
just goes into like some guttural kind of.
Okay, I'm going to say that you don't need to do a roll for that because it's not very hard to throw a lantern at a door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Particularly one not attached to anything. Kiko, how do you react to the sight of him picking up the lantern and throwing it?
I'm crying.
Can he even see that?
I'm
'Cause
crying.
He's not, like, he's
No,
looking
but
at
the thing is, the light is the only source of light in the room. So the moment you get near it, it's extremely obvious you're there.
I'm screaming that he's throwing a lantern.
Okay, Hill, are you opening the door?
Yeah.
Let's say dire fate. On a roll of 1, lulls.
There is no
Aw.
else.
No lulls.
Damn it,
Okay.
It would have been so funny if he got hit by the lantern.
I was going to say it happens exactly the same time. The lantern just sails through the opening door and just slaps it. But okay, no, the door opens.
I'm scurrying out immediately. As soon as even the door is opening, I'm barging past and scurrying
Just
out.
through Phil's legs.
I
just
don't
like,
care. I don't care. I have to get out of that room.
Okay, and at that exact same moment, the lantern strikes the inside of the door as the door swings open.
Wow.
Yep. I'm
And
going.
what actually happens is that what this sounds like is the light goes out. There's a shattering sound as the glass breaks, and then there's a kind of
Yeah.
as you hear the oil going onto the floor, and the room is now pretty dark except for Phil's lantern. And
Right, Phil still has a lantern, yeah.
yeah, but what he can see is Clyde just like frothing.
You like just what?
You're frothing.
Oh yes, yeah.
Getting into a more enclosed space, I hyperventilate. Because I am...
You probably want the sky above you, so running out.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. I go straight out the house.
Okay, you're outside enjoying the bounty of nature. Phil, what do you do when you go in there immediately? You are aware you can smell oil. You can immediately smell the oil in the lantern.
By the way, at this point, through all of these things, one of Kristoff's beliefs actually basically like shatters and just kind of like
Which
gets
one?
shattered. I don't know, but basically the one I must hide my true identity.
Okay, yep.
At this point, his belief just kind of shatters. I don't know what it becomes yet, but basically, I am frothing. I see Phil. I'm super ragey, and I basically just stand there in, I don't know, like just straight up like the most imposing figure I can do while
Shout,
being
I am
wounded
Iron
and so on.
Man.
I shout. I basically
Dude, no.
shout, I am Iron Man. You fucker! You stole my thunder.
Oh.
Anyway, and I basically just
Give it
shout
back.
like, do you fucking rebel even know who you're dealing with? I am Kristoff Anadar. I am the son of Jacob
The moment
Anadar,
he says that,
one
Phil,
of the
you
richest
immediately
men.
know. You immediately know A, who he is, and B, what just happened.
Wait, what just happened?
Wait, what do you mean? What just happened?
You know about the recent events of this family getting killed.
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. So I basically just shout like, I am the son of Jacob Anadar. I am the heir to one of the 12 families of this fucking city. You don't do this shit to me.
Okay, how do you choose to react to that?
And Marie's just sitting there snickering, going, what a nerd.
We're so nerd.
High five her to
High
represent.
five.
In the face.
In the what? No.
No.
No, that's where my dick goes.
Anyway,
Wait, that's oh god, no,
Anyway.
no.
so
no.
what are you doing, Siegfried?
Putting that comment to one side, continue.
Siegfried.
How shocked am I by this?
Sorry.
You're extremely surprised.
Is he hesitantly surprised?
Is he
Does need to
farming
take-
rolls
does he need
surprised?
to take
No, I'm
a
not thinking of that. I'm
skill
just
test?
thinking like. No, I'm just gonna stand there and slightly slack-jawed.
Okay, yeah, you're opting to stand
I
and
just
drool.
basically I keep screaming like whatever comes up, like I list like titles and like I had fucking servants kissing my every feet. I was
Kissing
fucking
your every
going.
feet?
You're kissing, yeah, just like I said, I'm just going like I'm just
All my
spouting
feet,
bullshit.
Luke.
Like all my oratory skills are gone. Like my guy's just in full on like wild animal. I'm a stuck up asshole mode, and I just go like I've been fucking noble women left and right, and now I'm sitting in this world, and so on and so on.
Luke,
At this
Luke,
point,
Right.
Dominic gently brushes past Siegfried and just closes the door very slowly, shakes his head, and goes up the stairs.
Close it as well.
Okay.
Just making sure we left the bread in there, yeah?
Yes.
yeah, I
The
put the
bread
bread
got
in.
dropped by
Okay,
Kiko.
we're barring the door again.
There is
I
a
keep
slight problem
shouting.
you do realise, which is that he smashed the lantern.
And there's-
That doesn't
The
bother me.
lantern was lit when we first went down there, and it was down there for at least an hour.
If it's
lamp
burning,
oils.
that's something that would bother me. But if it's just oil on the floor, it doesn't bother me.
Also, the lamp
Okay,
would nearly
dire
be
fate.
empty from having been down there that long.
On a roll of 1, there's enough oil to start some shit.
The Dire Fate's never done anything.
Dire fate keeps
completely
failing
empty.
me.
In the
You should make it a roll of
in
6.
the moonlight, Luke.
Mhm.
Can I tell my machete has blood on it?
Yes.
This
Wait,
horrifying.
wait, it wasn't your machete, it was your knife.
It was a Bowie knife.
It's a
like
Bowie knife.
sized knife.
This is a
You kept
serious
saying
knife.
Knife. I thought you had like a knife and a machete. Okay.
No.
He's got like a mid-sized hunting knife, you know, the type a hunter would have in a...
Jesus Christ,
This-
you kept calling it your machete.
He
You
came at me
dragged
like
a
spider monkey.
claustrophobic man into a dark room.
No, I mean like I said, like I thought you had like a knife and a machete because
No.
beforehand you would always like, oh my machete, I pull my machete.
Yeah, it was just
Okay,
a slip of the words.
Here's Siegfried, the most violent of all of us, is the only one that's not actually tried to hurt Clyker yet.
It's true.
I'm violent in a very careful way.
He said...
Dude, you sat on my face.
Very carefully.
Okay,
Surreptitious.
So we barred the door and left him down there.
I am horrified with
in
what
the
I have
dark.
Yeah,
ramp.
I'm just basically like I'm just rummaging around the room in the dark. I'm just like if I find the door or when I find the door, I just start kicking against it and hammering against it, just shouting until I tire myself out.
I am
pretty much.
absolutely
I motioned Dominic upstairs. We need to talk about this.
I'm absolutely horrified
Yo.
by what I've actually managed to do. This is the
Okay.
exact opposite of anything I've been setting out to do.
Once we get upstairs, we try and find Judson as well, I guess.
Okay, you can find Judson. He's not very hard to find.
Oh,
He's-
by the way, I just came up with my new belief.
Yes?
So my belief I must hide my true identity at any cost is just completely shattered.
Mhm.
And I now have the new belief which is the world is a big hole full of shit.
I like this belief.
Okay, we'll have to work on that one a little bit later on. It may turn into something more goal oriented, but yeah, something like that.
Yeah, Judson's dropped the machete and is sort of panicking and muttering and despairing. That's what he's doing outside. He's despairing.
God, we've got 2 lots of despair.
How on
This is
earth?
like
how on
Zetzenberg shit.
earth? Like
So
my
much
character's entire intent was not to like try and help people, and he's just gone and nearly and shanked someone.
Judson? He doesn't respond to the name, obviously. So I try again.
Fucking instinct.
I'll go over and slap him once he doesn't respond twice.
Yep.
Slap him in
Oh,
the face.
that's
Slap.
1950. Snap out of it woman type deal. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything I need to do for that?
I think your character's not really in the mode to respond to us.
But I will be looking at him at least.
Okay, you're looking at him.
Listen, calm down. We need to talk about this. We've
Uh,
got... What was your surname again, Clyker? What was your surname?
Anador.
We've got an Anador, or someone claiming to be an Anador in our cellar.
That means nothing to my character.
Okay.
One of the 12 merchant families of the city you
That
live
makes
in.
me feel substantially worse.
Oh god, I stabbed somebody famous.
Yes. I just start going into a ramble about him dragging me into the room, and it was
No.
dark, and I had to escape.
The new MTV show, I Stabbed a Celebrity.
Exactly.
Your brother is going to want to know about this.
Oh. Shit.
Shit's
About
going
me
down.
stabbing him?
That makes sense, but I hadn't considered that. Okay, yeah.
About
yeah,
me
that's
stabbing
true.
him?
No, that we have him, that he's alive. You stabbed him?
He dragged me into the room. I panicked. I thought he was going to kill me.
Oh, God.
Meanwhile,
Why
Dominic
else
is
would he do that?
inside the house trying to find himself some of that bread.
Okay, so we have to deal with the fact that you guys don't know actually where he got stabbed. Like,
He punched
No.
He punched Dominic in the face because he stole a thing. What was he going to do to me?
Out
Yeah,
the
I
window,
can't say I
just
trust him,
here.
but
Steal a thing.
you can dress a wound, yes?
you can.
Sure. Well, yeah.
We're going to make sure he doesn't die on us, because then we are royally fucked.
Uh-huh.
And then I want you and Dominic to go back into the town whilst I guard him,
Uh-huh.
find your brother and tell him.
Right. Right. I can do that.
You hold up? Yes?
Yeah?
Okay. So we're going to go back into the house and we're going to go back down to the door, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else? Unless anyone else wants to do anything else?
No.
Okay.
Well, Dominic's not there, so.
So we get back to the door and I yell at him, Kristoff, where are you hurt?
I don't answer. I just don't answer. Like, I tired myself out. I'm just kind of sitting there again with my back against one of the walls or what have you, with like just my legs just like spread forward from me and slumped over, just hood over the face. Just, I don't know.
Listen, you
Maybe I
stupid
mutter
fuck.
maybe I mutter something or whatever, but I just nothing.
If you try any more bullshit, you're gonna get even worsely hurt. So
Again, nothing. Like whatever you say, I don't even acknowledge it.
Maybe he's bled out.
Shit, you might think he's dead.
Oh crap! I
Okay.
killed him.
So we get a lantern and we open the door and we go inside. Carefully.
And you see him sitting on the floor, unless he changes, you see him just sitting on the floor looking utterly dejected, just like,
Yep.
fuck.
Like I'm just sitting there,
alive.
like I'm not really acknowledging you or even moving or whatever.
Where
I'm
is his
just basically
wound?
sitting.
It's a fairly hefty gash on his arm. Like it's big enough that it will bleed a lot, but it's a minor flesh wound.
Oh crap! I'm going to see what I can do to treat it.
Okay, you bring down a lantern. I assume you're careful to avoid the little slick of oil at the back.
I'm going to see what I can do to treat it. What role's that again? It's
It's field dressing.
which is
Well-
which skill? Which perception is it again?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Right.
Does Judson's one belief override his other?
Ah, it's a crisis of beliefs.
Yeah, up to you, Judson. Which one bothers you more?
Which what,
Claustrophobia or actually,
I-
you guys could get him out of there. I mean, you might want to actually have a look.
this is. At this point, my claustrophobia is. I actually have a belief to try and help people that is going to
Okay.
override this because I'm just going to.
That's the guilt from
Does it-
having
does-
stabbed
does-
And the
neighbour.
exceptional guilt of stabbing this man, of feeling horrendous.
Am not shaking a little bit?
Oh, I probably am gritting my teeth a lot.
Okay, so
By the way, Luke, I changed my instinct too, like the one that I was like I become nervous whenever people come close to finding out my secret because it
Yep.
doesn't matter anymore, and I changed it to becomes frustrated easily with his lot in life.
okay, fair enough.
Right.
Are you trying to do the wound right now, Damien?
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Dominic's looking
Oops.
over your shoulder and he says, "Should I sew that up before you bandage it?"
I'm ignoring you.
Ooh.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm ignoring him.
At this point,
Alright.
that Ruford says anything, I don't even move or whatever. But I basically just says, if he touches me, I'll just go, like basically just, if he touches me, I will not guarantee for anything.
Who's you referring to?
Do I hear that?
Yeah, he's basically not happy with you.
Stand back.
Fine. Let him put ratchet in the wound. Let it fester. Let's take his arm off. That's fine.
Okay, so Kiko, this is Obs 4 because it's a light wound.
Damn it! But I'm still going to try.
Well, no, I think you've got 4 dice, eh?
I have 5
I'll
dice.
be-
as
5 dice, there you
perception.
go. Yeah.
I can
I'll
do-
be outside, Dominic says, and leaves.
Oh, that's 2.
Exploded.
Really? Is that fate to
Save
explode?
me.
Yeah, fine. I'll explode it with the
Save me.
fate. This could go horribly wrong, but I'll put this on perception again. I'm racking up the fate on perception.
The way to look at this is even if you fail, it's not like you're going to kill him or anything. It just
Yeah.
simply means that you put on like a bandage that looks like something, but it doesn't actually serve the purpose of a bandage.
What the hell?
That's
Oh,
no,
so
just
close.
2. I
Okay, so
tried.
he wraps some cloth around the thing, but he didn't disinfect it first properly, and he didn't clean the wound, so it's not going to help you heal, but it's going to look nice. It's going to look like a bandage. And
Right.
Cloaky, at the end of this scene, you'll be taking a health test, by the way,
Okay.
and it will be a pretty easy Obs 2 health test. What's your health?
6.
Okay, so you roll 6 dice versus 2, and if you succeed, your character shrugs off the injury, and it's like it's only a gash, like, it's not
Okay.
too bad.
Do I do this now or?
At the end
No,
of the scene.
scene is still going. Okay.
Yeah. And now what happens?
I point at the bread, say, look, there's food there for you. I'm going to leave
I
you
don't
a
see it.
lantern.
I'm just looking down at my chest or whatever. I don't see it. You pointing anywhere?
Either way, I'm not paying that much attention.
Okay.
I'm going to leave you the lantern. Stay here. Do not try any more shit. I will be upstairs and I will know if you do. And with
Whatever.
that, I turn to leave, leaving the lantern with him at the edge near the door.
Before he goes, I say to Kristoff, I'm so very sorry I hurt you.
Whatever.
Okay.
I just go, feeling very dejected about this.
And thus the scene ends. Can I can make your health test?
Second.
I'm sorry.
What was it? So 6 dice.
6 dice versus 2.
Is this 6 dice? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's 5.
Well, it's actually 5. Wait, one more.
Please don't. Yeah. Oh, skin of your teeth.
Okay.
It's not
Oh.
Okay. So what does
Although-
that mean now? The light wound is gone?
What it means is it's not a penalty to you at the moment. It basically means your character is not bothered by the pain enough to have it affect his skill.
Ah, I see.
It's like a, it's
But
like
I still
a minor
have
wound.
a light injury.
No, remove the light injury. It's not an effect.
Okay.
It's like it's closing at the moment. By the time in a week or so, it'll be completely gone. It'll just be a small scar.
Okay.
Was
Like
there,
light
any,
wounds. Sorry, Karen.
was there any sort of steal check that I did for being in a very brief fleet of combat?
Actually, yeah. I
'Cause
think I'm going to give everybody. Everybody gets a obstacle 2 steel test.
By the
Just-
way, sorry.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about this. When I grabbed Kiko,
Mhm.
it was my power versus his speed, right?
And he
Yes.
got.
And I got him, and he had 4 dice, and I had 3 power. Is that a
yes,
difficult?
but what it is it's versus the number they actually roll.
Oh,
So
okay.
they were too close for us. I think I got 2 and he got 3. Did he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
right.
that's technically routine.
Actually,
sadly.
two of my dice rolled versus the obstacle of 3. That's challenging for me.
Wait,
What
what?
did you say the ops
I
was
rolled
on-
2 and he got 3.
Yeah, but the question is how many dice did you roll? Remember,
Oh,
it's always
good
dice
point.
versus.
He rolled 5 dice, and I rolled.
Yeah, so neither of you get a test for the start of that.
No, I rolled
Like-
5. Wait, he rolled 5. I rolled 5
Wait.
and
It's
he
not
rolled
about
4.
how many. It's not about how many successes he had, but about how many dice.
Wait,
No, in a versus test, the difficulty
Yes.
of the versus test for you is the number of obstacles the person
hang
you're
on.
fighting
So
gets
I rolled 5
Oh, okay.
dice.
versus
got 2
his
successes.
3 successes.
Oh, it's 3 successes.
Yes, and his 3 successes. If you halve 5 round up, that's
Ah, yeah, routine.
Oh,
Fair
right,
enough. That
okay.
makes sense now.
both
Right,
of you got routines. Like this is the equivalent of neither of you did something so extraordinary that it would require
Right.
either of you to
That
stretch.
makes
your...
sense
Right.
now. Thank you.
Okay.
That makes sense.
What
Thank
was the steel test you
you.
said?
Routine 2. It was 2.
All of you get an obstacle 2 steel test.
Obstacle 2.
And it
And
was-
this
is-
scene, I'm assuming, because this scene has come to a close. You left a
So
lantern for
that's
him
a
and some
routine,
food.
then,
Yep.
And
That's
I see you're
fucking
all...
difficult for me. God damn it.
Is it?
Yes.
What's your steel?
3.
2 is not difficult. Steel is routine. 2 is routine for obs 3.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
that's right,
Obs
actually.
2 for 3 is routine.
That's the one error on that table.
Oh, I see. Nice.
It's the one error on that table.
Okay, and I'm going to assume that you chaps are all going to go to bed now.
Yes. Yes.
Dominic's outside digging a grave.
That's dark.
Right.
Actually,
in
I'm
the
going to
moonlight?
ask. I'm going to ask Judson if he can take over from me, and I'm going to take a watch shift outside.
Yes.
The basement.
Yeah, I'll take a watch.
So I'll do the first watch. Judson takes the second.
How the fuck am I supposed to get through 2 bar doors?
The
I
answer
think-
I don't think it's you
I
that
think
watches
the answer
them.
is you don't.
I mean,
Okay.
it's not just you. It's the possibility that someone else might come
True.
because we've
Okay.
been stalked before.
Stalked. Okay, so time passes, clock turns, birds crow, etc. Morning has arrived. All of you who wanted to sleep have slept.
Mhm.
And we'll say whatever time this is, let's say 10 a.m. roughly, equivalent of. You wake up, and now you're all confronted by the fact that you have not, in fact, gained any new information about the white powder he was carrying.
But we do have a noble in our cellar.
You do. You've
Well,
stabbed.
you think because I'm claiming it. I haven't really
Yeah,
proven
possibly.
anything.
It's morning, is it?
Yes.
I'm shooting breakfast.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a hunting test.
Is it? There was a bow test before.
I
You
Think
shouldn't
I
need
should-
to shoot it.
really have been a hunting
Yeah.
test.
Again, we've got a
Fair
fully
enough.
stocked cellar down here.
Isn't that? Yep. I'm practical. I'm not wasting your food. Then that is a hunting test. Fair enough.
don't-
What? Hmm?
Actually, well, we're on a farm. Actually, no, fuck it. Let's say it's just a bow test versus some chickens.
Is fine.
You're sniping some chickens at long range. Ops 2.
That is a fail,
Fail
but that
to
is a
kill the chickens.
routine, is it not?
It is?
And I'm now bow 3.
Okay.
Should really pick up these dice. I'm sorry.
But
No, it's all good, it's all good.
I fail pretty much. I miss.
Okay, you don't achieve very much.
I'm like-
Turns out the birds on the farm are fairly wild and you don't really know how to get them.
I'm just like,
Okay. Meanwhile, Clyco, has your character slept?
Wait, give me a sec.
dang it.
On a 1, he has like he doesn't want to sleep.
Okay.
No, yeah, he slept. Yeah. He
Fatigue.
eventually tired himself out so much that he fell asleep. He even ate a bit of that bread. I guess I don't know.
Dominic, did you try and dig a grave?
Well, when Sigfrid came out to take first watch, and Dominic learned that he was in fact not killed
So
by,
disappointed.
by Judson's first aid, he went in and had a nap.
Had a sulk.
Okay, so I'm assuming what I'm going to say is that all of you reconvene for a breakfast, bleary-eyed because you were up quite late, working out what you need to do next.
All of us, or three of us?
Starters,
Three of you.
I do try and convince whoever's making the breakfast to make one more for Kliko.
I can make the breakfast if you like. I've got
Yeah.
cooking, so I can do
If it's Kiko making the breakfast,
I can do
I tell him
carefully.
to make one for our prisoner.
In that case, it's an obstacle 2 for multiple people, I think.
Yes, it is. Well, you got cooking 4,
I have cooking 3, and I'm doing it carefully.
motherfucker. Unleash those
You could do it.
dice.
You could do it patiently too, which means the more successes you get, the better the food is.
That's true.
That's a good point. I will. I have time.
Right.
Time in the world.
Let's see this fatty cooking test.
Screw it up.
You're the world's worst cook.
I've been mulling too much about what I've been what I did last night, and it's throwing me off my cooking.
So more bread for all of us.
I'm sorry.
Once again, we're doing the same thing of taking the bread down to Kliko and pushing it, opening the door just
Once
wide enough
again,
to put it
Dominic offers to do it.
in. And again, we refuse. I don't trust your
Damn it.
character at all.
So what are you actually discussing?
Kliko, you're not going to do anything when we give you the bread, yeah?
Are you asking my character, or what is
I'm
what is
asking
happening?
you
Right now?
as a player. I'm opening the door, pushing very, very slightly, opening the door, pushing the bread through, and closing it again.
Well, since you're already doing it, you will see how I react now, I guess.
Yes.
Yep.
I don't know. Again, like I pretty much sit in almost the exact same spot. I don't know if I'm even, like, I probably just awoke or so on.
So groggy and bleary-eyed.
So I basically just go. I basically just
So,
ask like.
status quo.
I slowly just ask like, what time is it? What day is it, or what have you?
Well,
Like, what do you?
it's
No, no, no.
warning
I go.
eat
What do
off
you?
your
I go. What do
strength.
you want now? Like, what do you want now?
Eat up
Have you
and keep your
shouted the
strength.
corner at all?
I don't want to eat.
Your loss. And I close the door and bar it again.
Fair enough.
Right, and go back upstairs.
Yeah.
So we're now all at the kitchen table.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, I have it all.
I think that you, Judson,
Mm-hmm.
need to go to your brother
Right.
and you just tell him what we've got, or what we claim, what we have. Someone who either is or is claiming to be the murdered noble's son.
Right. I can do that.
Dominic, go with him. I will stay here and try and make sure that nothing happens to him whilst you're gone.
Right.
And since we had those brass bastards tailing us last time, make sure you're not followed. And only go to your brother.
You don't need. Yep. Fine.
Well,
You all agreed?
Agreed.
All in agreement. Say aye.
Yes, I guess. How far is it? For where?
It's
It's
not.
not. It's like it's doable in an hour or so.
It's not far. I can get
Okay.
us there quickly.
How remote is Phil's farm?
I mean,
Just on the outskirts.
it's on the outskirts, but I mean, again, in this time, a very large city is nowhere near as big as a modern city. So
Dominic scratches the back of his head as the brass sticks are mentioned, or were they leaf people, or whatever the hell the ones that? Do we know that?
They were brass
they were
empire.
clearly brass empire. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
and when I go back upstairs and I get the a triangular throwing knife and go back and give him this as well and explain what happened yesterday.
Yeah. Dominic says, considering
It's
those
Judson.
people were trailing us from Judson's brother's place, I would assume that someone there at least is in on it. It might not be safe to go
Judson
there.
already. Brockton already said that. He said that there might be people inside the intelligence services, but there's no one else we can tell this to.
Maybe if you bring him here, then we tell him.
That would be even worse. That would bring them to us.
People,
I don't know.
I mean, no, I can't really say it as a character. As a player, if an intelligence official left the city, I don't know, that would raise suspicion.
Like I'm
That's-
going by common sense here. Like, no, this is bad.
All right.
We go-
Okay.
We go to our brother. We tell him the stuff. We leave.
So I'm going to stay here with outside Clerker's door
Right.
with armed and everything, and those two are going to go off.
Excellent. Right.
Okay.
So Judson, how's your sex life?
Okay, I'm going to say it's relatively easy to get to the intelligence building, which is nondescript.
Yep.
You don't feel like you were followed.
Nope. I'm gonna
You're going to...
go in if I can.
Yeah, it's no problem.
Yep. Request to speak.
Domic's gonna wait outside.
Request to speak with my brother. We expect to speak with Brockton Pont, not my brother. Brockton Pont.
The agent who's pretending to man the front. I mean, there is a cover for the building. They pretend it's a brothel, and the agent at the front looks at you slightly suspiciously and says, "You're not meant to report in for another couple of days."
This is quite important.
Says, "Your funeral," and then wanders upstairs, vanishes for a little while, and your brother comes down, evidently looking slightly displeased. He says, "How the fuck have you managed to fuck it up already?"
I don't think we have.
Really? What have you done?
Well, we found somebody who I believe is meant to be dead.
Who?
I recite the name of Kristoff's name.
Kristoff Anadol. Okay.
Kristoff Anadol.
Recite the name of Kristoff's name.
I don't know your surname.
Give him.
Yeah.
He recites the true name. And that's
Well, I did.
That's how I
shout,
control you.
I did shout Kristoff Anadar. I think your guy knows that it's Kristoff Anadar.
Okay. He says, Brockton looks at you suspiciously and then says, "How do you know?"
He told us so.
Okay. You have somebody who claims to be a dead man,
Yes.
and you came to me.
I did. On Siegfried's request.
Okay. Here's a suggestion. When you come back in 2 days, you better have information actually related to what I've asked you to do, and not some fucking drunk that you picked up
We were
who's
also
claiming to be a dead man.
trailed by people from the brass quarter when we left.
Really?
You might want to remember that we also encountered Clyker with a bunch of the powder as well.
And when
Brockton
we
might
encountered,
know that there were 2 people killed in the street.
When we encountered Kristoff, he had some of the what we think is the white powder that was from the explosion. So I think he's involved in this somehow. Either as a
Okay.
bystander or...
Most likely thing is he's some idiot who's trying to take advantage of the fact that he knows these chaps died recently to throw you off. The information about the agents is somewhat more significant. We picked them up after you left, and we guessed from the descriptions of the bystanders that, yes, you lot were involved. To be honest, I'm pretty surprised you spotted them at all. I don't know how the hell that happened, but yeah, you got lucky, basically. Be very careful. They are not going to stop just because the first lot fuck up. There will be more.
They'll keep following, right.
Yes. But that certainly confirms one thing that we already suspected, which is that they were involved, and this means they're involved fairly heavily. And we have absolutely, I'm not exactly sure how they got onto you so quickly.
You said
But-
that there might be people in the intelligence service involved in this.
It's possible, but the question is, would they have already had 2 agents here in time to follow you the moment you left? The first time around that happened. It seems unlikely.
Good point.
Sorry.
Either way, here's what you're going to do.
Right.
You're going to go back and get every piece of information you can from that man in your cellar. Do whatever you want. I don't care. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to know. Just tell me what you find out.
Right.
Second, this white stuff, get on top of that. And third, if you see any brass agents, if you can get one alive and get him to me, that would be perfect.
We'll try.
Other than that, I don't particularly care if they end up dead. There's a quiet... Pretty much, it's taken as read that if our agents end up in their half, they will occasionally end up dead, and if they end up here, they'll end up dead.
Right.
Nobody will bat an eyelid.
Okay.
So continue on your merry way.
Thanks. I'll go. Look at Dominic.
Hudson exits to find Dominic gone.
Ah, okay. There's a wrinkle. What happens then?
His loss. I leave him.
Okay, he heads back. Rupert, what is your character up to?
Well, he was just hiding nearby so he could trail Justin back to the house to do the thing he did last time.
Oh no, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Keep an eye out.
Roll your observation skill.
Wait, why are you trailing him?
He's
Well, the basic...
He's doing the same thing he did before, which is pretending not to be with me so he can see if I'm being followed.
Oh.
And he's probably like, it's more realistic if the guy doesn't even know I'm there.
Yeah.
Which is, fair enough.
Yeah.
I observation.
Yeah, I'm just like, meh.
For being a fucking idiot, Dominic is pretty smart.
Okay, you don't notice anything.
Yay.
I'm a little paranoid that I'd be being followed anyway.
And
but,
I told you you should watch
yeah,
your back.
and I'm a bit paranoid that somebody would be following me, but I don't know what I need to roll for that. Is that observation as well?
You might just notice me.
Roll your perception.
Can do.
You don't notice anything in particular.
No, fine. Then I'm going to go. Then I'm going to keep going back to the.
But the
farm.
thing is, the streets are thronged with people. It's
Yep.
10 or 11 in the morning.
I'm gonna keep
You
going
simply don't know.
No, I'm going to keep going.
Doesn't he get an observation tick for that, or is that just perception?
No, because this is a grid. That was a
Just
perception
generally-
test. It wasn't observation. Like the thing is, there wasn't really an obstacle.
Oh, I see.
No. I was just looking around, so I'm just going to keep going. Presume that Dominic's not following me. Dominic's
Yep.
gone somewhere to do something stupid.
Okay, cool. You arrive back at the ranch.
Knock, knock, knock.
So I'm going to open up, and
Yep.
I guess we just go over what happened in the intelligence agency.
Yeah. Dominic arrived briefly after Judson.
Oh.
Hello.
There you are.
Oh yeah, that's true. Crikey, you have your signet ring, don't you?
No, it's
Not
in his
with him.
warehouse.
I don't have it with me.
No, but you
yes.
do have one.
Yes, I mean that's pretty much what I've been waiting for. That they fucking go like, how do we know that you're Kristoff? And I just go.
Now I've got this thing that will trigger that. So.
Okay, sorry.
Exactly, that's what I've been waiting for.
I just suddenly remembered. Sorry, I forgot.
Okay. Bottom line is, we need to prove that this guy's who. Brockton says we need to prove who this guy says he is. We need proof.
It sounds more like your brother just wants information from him.
Perhaps, but he doesn't care about this guy until we know who he is.
And I'd like to
Definitely
get rid of this guy, so as soon as
second, powder. He wants us to get on top of that, find out what it is, and something about. Well, he's surprised that we found those brass quarter people following us. He's not. It confirms
Brass
what he.
Empire.
Brass
Brass-
Empire, not
yeah.
quarter.
There is a quarter as well, though.
It confirms what he already knew, or what he suspected, that the Brass Empire are heavily involved in this. Apparently, if we can get one of them alive for him, that would be great. He said concerning Kristoff that he wants us to find out what he knows. And although he said he doesn't care how we do that, and that whatever we do he doesn't mind, I'd rather we don't hurt him any more than I already have.
Okay. There are people now on my farm, yeah? Doing normal work.
Yeah, there are workers
Okay.
in fields and stuff.
I assume Siegfried has
So, I'm gonna tell
instructed them
these-
not to enter the farmhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you two to hold on a moment. I'm going to go out to the workers, and I'm going to tell them to tell each other and pass on the message that they need to keep an eye out for anyone suspicious around the farm who shouldn't be there.
Okay, that happens, no problem.
And then I go back in.
You exclude me and Judson, I assume.
Well, you don't need to sort of tell them.
Need to know.
Two shifty
Yeah.
people there, always in your house with you.
Okay.
Okay, so what happens now?
Thinking about that.
Well, we
Any
should go ask him, I
suggestions?
think.
How
Why don't-
normally would I'm trying to think on how normally a noble would identify themselves. What role would I need to
Go.
make for that?
Go ask
Would
him.
that be a wise?
Actually, I'm going to say that it took you because you were being quite careful on the way there and back. It actually took you about, let's say, overall about 5 or 6 hours to get there and back from the city. So it's actually getting quite late already.
Would it be some sort of wise to try and figure out what a noble would use to identify themselves? Because I've no idea.
I don't think it would be. You could actually certainly you could do noble wise.
I'm
Go
trying
for it.
noble wise. What would the
Beginner's luck. I'm going to say this is a commonly known thing about nobles. Like all of us know about signet rings, and we don't even live in them from the
so
medieval
is this
period.
basically an Ops 1 double to 2?
Yes,
And what is it based against?
it's perception. All wise is a perception.
Right, so this is Ops 2. I might actually know this. Holy Jiminy, I do know this!
Okay, so
Just know something.
Judson knows about signet rings.
It's not just how to burn a meal. It's actually.
Wait, if he's a noble, wouldn't he have a signet ring?
Well, I mean, it depends on whether the rest of us know it.
Well, Phil, I'm going to say you know that for free.
I'm like,
I'm
wouldn't he have
not.
a...
I'm not noble. I'm city-born.
Yes, but your character is from a fairly wealthy family, and you've talked to these people before, so you are of a high enough social circle that that's not a piece of
So
knowledge that would be a surprise
why
to
don't
you.
we ask him that?
It's a good idea.
Okay, so you head downstairs. As the sun sets, you can see this kind of there's light
With
flooding into
food.
the kitchen windows
With
as you
food.
go down.
The bread brigade are here.
More bread.
You don't
So
trust
we
me
open
to
the door.
cook
Is
some
any of
more?
the bread? Has he eaten any of the bread?
I think he said he had some, yeah.
Well, it's good to see you're eating something at least.
Yeah, I've eaten like bread.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'm staying near the door, but I put the bread
Okay,
down.
we'll assume all reasonable precautions for now.
Yeah.
What do
So
you
I put the
want
bread
now?
down and ask
You
him to
wanna-
hold out his hands.
You want to kill me now?
No.
You gonna do slice
Yeah,
of my
alright, I'm
fingers till I
convinced.
tell you whatever you want to know?
No, why
Just
would
get
we
it
do that?
over with. Just get it over with. I'm done.
Well, he's convinced
Hold
me.
out your hands.
Why do you want me to hold out my hands? Just come here and make me.
You're not
have-
asking questions.
I
Hold out
don't care. Just leave me alone.
Okay, how does this go?
Look,
Dominic looks around
all
for
he's asking
for
for
a-
is he wants to see if you're wearing a signet ring. If you're
You-
who you say you are.
Who in their right mind would wear an expensive, one-of-a-kind identifying ring on his hands in the middle of this fucking hellhole of a city? You goddamn idiots. No, I'm
Any-
not wearing my friggin' family signet ring.
So
I knew it. He's full of shit. I have a hole out back.
In all honesty, not being rude, but how can we even believe you are who you say you are then?
If you let me out of here and come with me, I'll bring you to my warehouse where I've been sleeping these god-awful last few nights.
And at this
I'll
moment,
show you my family signet
all of you
ring.
need to roll an obstacle 5 perception test.
Fuck's sake, you let the fucking Brass Empire bitches in.
That,
Let me check
all of you have to just roll obs 5.
4.
That's 4.
Wait, what's obs based off?
We roll
The obs of this is 5.
we roll the
It's
60
based off
go.
perception.
I know I did, and I'm going to use a fate point on perception to explode that 6.
Is it observation for me or what?
This is perception. This is actually perception. It's an observation.
I'm rolling. I'm
Score.
exploding that 6 because I have.
-3. -3, so I notice more than Phil and Ruford, but Kiko, if he does it...
Yes!
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
wait,
this
I get
is-
another one.
too.
This is a binary yes/no. This one actually.
I get another one actually. So anyway, I'm just rolling it. So yeah,
Okay.
I do see something.
What was the
Or
difficulty? of
notice or
that one?
whatever.
The difficulty that was obs 5. That was a difficult or a challenging for those of you.
Nice.
Yeah,
5
so-
would be
Although actually
challenging
no,
for
sorry,
you, yeah.
perception. You don't get any test if you don't succeed. Kiko's the only one who gets no test for that.
So
Damn it.
I get a Yes.
Okay.
Aha,
None of
marvellous.
you notice, but Kiko hears what sounds like a strangled cry coming from outside the house.
Shh, there's someone outside.
Strangled cry?
Yeah, like it sounds like someone like they were just about to start yelling. They begin to yell, and then the yell gets cut off
I just
immediately.
shout, there's someone outside. Something's wrong. I just say that quietly.
Okay, how do you chaps react to this?
I quickly ask Judson for the throwing thingies that he forgot to give Brockton.
I only gave Judson one of
That's-
them. The rest
that's
are in the
what you
pouch,
do?
secured
okay.
somewhere.
That's what you do
Damn
when
it.
someone says there is something going on outside. You go, give me the throwing thingies.
That's my only defense, my throwing.
I'm readying my bow.
Why you're inside?
I'm presuming that
I
I'll
see.
be able to
you
get
mean you
outside.
just make it available? Okay, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
no, that makes sense. Yeah.
At this point, like, I look up and I basically go, what's wrong now? Are you guys going to get killed by some gang who are then going to abuse me and ask me to show them my fucking ring?
More likely, they're just going to stab you. I think.
We could probably sell him to a priest. He's pretty young.
Topical. Okay.
I ask. I guess I yell, "Were you tailed?"
I don't think I was, but I was by myself when I left.
Well, he was by me,
So you
but
didn't
he
even
didn't
notice
notice, and I didn't
Dominic.
see
Well, no,
him
no, no.
either.
Great.
To be fair, all he said is something wrong. You don't know what he actually is reacting to.
Ah, okay.
You might want to ask him what he heard.
Is it the room again? You need to go outside.
Someone was just throttled out there.
So I'm drawing my sword.
Dominic wonders if one of the farmers fell in his hole.
Okay. So all of you are still in the cellar at the moment.
I'm
I'm
going.
about to move up the stairs.
I'm going
but
upstairs
My
with
action
this-
is drawing my sword.
Okay, so Kleiko, what are you doing at the moment?
Sitting there, looking up, looking at what they're doing, looking at the door.
Okay. They've opened the door. They're heading up the stairs.
And closing the door behind us, I assume.
Of course, in
Dominic can do it.
Are you going to close the door?
Yeah, we don't want him running off while we go somewhere else.
Okay.
I'm
But
going to.
I'm going to say you don't actually bolt the door. What you do is you wedge a chair in, and you don't have time. It would make too much noise. So
Yeah.
the door is closed, but it's not locked.
I ask Judson which direction.
Could I be
All he
able to
knows
tell?
is that it came. All he knows is that it came down from outside. Like
All I could tell
because
is,
of where you are,
Couldn't
it's
tell,
not directional.
all
Yeah.
I could tell is it was outside.
I go to the nearest window, trying not to show myself, and try and peek around the edge of it.
The sun
I
is
don't know if that's a
pouring in.
stealth roll or what.
The sun is pouring in through the window. Like the sun is setting, so it's like literally the lowest the sun is before it finally hits the horizon.
Klika gets up, gets himself a piece of the bread, eats a little bit of it, and then goes to the door, pretty much stands in front of it while eating the bread, and just starts kicking against the door.
You don't need to kick the door immediately; it just pops open the moment you touch it.
What?
They didn't put a
Make
chair.
any
They
effort
didn't
to
have time.
Didn't make any
That's
effort to actually
useless.
secure it.
You can literally just. It has a catch. You can just open the catch. Open the
So
door.
do we
But
hear
he-
him open the door?
Wait, didn't Rupert just said that
When
he
he
closes
kicks
the
it?
door and you said he puts a chair on it?
No, I
do
said
it.
he didn't have time. I'm saying that because of what's going on, they don't have time to do the door. Like
Oh,
if
okay.
that would be spending like a bit of time to do that, and it would be making noise.
Okay, so the door just opens.
We do hear him
I-
kick it.
Oh well, no, I'm saying that he
Perception
wouldn't need to
test.
kick it because he knows. I mean, in
He
character,
tried to
his
kick
character.
it, didn't he?
No, I'm kicking it though. Like I don't
Okay,
know that
okay.
it's not closed, or I thought like he at least
So we
shut
hear
it. Right?
him kick the door open.
Well, did he shut the door or did he leave it open?
He shut the door.
Shut the door.
Okay, so well, yeah, I think that it's locked. So I just while I'm eating the bread, I'm just kind of
You're a
kicking
bit
it.
startled that it opens then.
Okay, I am now going to roll a perception test. Obs 4.
It's a lot of perception.
It is.
It's some ninja perception right there.
Oh, that's
Oh.
4.
Sure hears that.
The three of you hear him kick the door open as he stands there looking with a slightly stupid expression on his face. As the door swings open, he's just chewing the bread like a cow going.
Yeah, well, yeah. I just keep chewing the bread pretty much. Look
he
at the
just
door,
stares up at you,
and then there's
and all three
slowly
of you are
start
looking
going up.
down, and you're just like,
yeah, just like while eating the bread, I just keep slowly going up the stairs.
okay,
Yes.
so the three of you have to choose what you're going to do.
I am. Is there an upstairs to this place?
There is an upstairs.
I'm
Yes.
going upstairs. Because if somebody is going to launch an attack on somewhere, I need a good vantage point to shoot from.
Okay.
Right up the stairs from the basement, the kitchen is, right?
Yes.
Okay, I start
That's usually
scavenging.
traditionally where they were because of movement and stuff.
As a
I
point,
scavenge this
as,
shit
as
out of
a
every
point,
small knife I can find.
As a point, I would not be carrying Klika's rapier with me. That would have been put somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, should we say it was left on the table?
Um,
On the
Yeah.
kitchen table.
I'd have put
Sure,
it. I'd have
sure.
put it somewhere as silly as that. Yes.
Look, I would like to routinely scavenge the kitchen for knives.
You have to do it quickly or bust.
Okay, quickly. How many is that?
In fact, no, I'm not going to say this is a scavenging test. The knives are
God
they're
damn
not
it.
even. It's not scavenging. Like you're not having to rustle up some hidden resource. And the
There
kitchen
might
has
be
knives.
a
There are-
drawer that I'd
Look,
have
if you were
to
trying
guess
to rustle
which
up knives in a carpet factory, maybe.
Yeah, no, this is not
Damn it.
hard. You just grab a couple of knives.
one. Okay. The ones that look the best weighted.
Okay, so you're grabbing knives. Kiko's going upstairs. Phil, what do you do?
I'm actually motioning. Well, no, I would have tried to say to them, handle it, pointing at Kristoff.
Okay. Do you guys change your course of action given his indication, or
No.
okay?
If,
Kiko
if
heads
somebody's
upstairs.
outside doing something
why doesn't-
dangerous, I'm best suited shooting.
I would assume there's another door up the stairs.
At the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure there is.
Yeah, let's just go out and close that one.
Okay.
Bit confused about what you're doing there.
Well, Kristoff's not going up the stairs. He's standing at the bottom of the
No,
stairs. in the
he's
doorway.
opened the door and he's slowly heading out. That's
Okay,
what he
then-
said. So he's
well-
beyond the door.
Oh,
is that what you said, Clark? I thought you were just standing there.
So what?
Was your character heading out of the door, or?
Like I said, the door. Well, aren't those guys like away anyway? Aren't they like in the house?
Yeah. I mean, they're heading out now, but
No, I thought they were already
Well,
in the
no,
house.
if we see him come up there, then
what
we
actually
ask-
happened was you guys were at the top of the stairs when he kicked open the door. So
Yeah.
Kiko and Rupert decided to leave anyway, because they're just like, we got bigger problems. Phil is the only one who was at the top of the stairs, and so it's up to him whether or not he actually decides to stop Clyker from moving or not.
I'm just basically, I look at Phil, I keep chewing on my bread, like taking bites of the bread, and just slowly go up the stairs. I don't care. I'm not making any threatening movements
Watch
or
out,
whatever.
he's armed with a slice of bread.
I'm just eating bread and going up the stairs.
Are you at least going to indicate to him to be fucking quiet?
I'm gonna, sort of as loud a whisper as I can muster, say, I suggest you keep your head down.
I said, I just basically look at him, chew on my bread, and just stop.
Okay.
So I'm also gonna try and find a choke point after that. Probably the stairs. To the upstairs.
Okay, so you're going to the stairs, going to the upstairs part of the house. Okay, so now a brief bit of description of the house. The house is a pretty standard farmhouse. There are only 3 rooms downstairs. There's a kitchen, a kind of room with a large table in it, which is kind of general purpose living room, and a room that's pretty much a cold storage room. It's where you would keep a whole bunch of random things. Like, oh, sorry, not cold storage. I mean, it's like effectively what would be now thought of maybe as a cloakroom. It's basically where you keep all kinds of outdoors garments, a few random tools and stuff, odds and ends room. There's only one way into the house, into the ground floor of the house, and that's the front door. And the front door leads directly into the kitchen. The way upstairs is from what is the room with the big table in it, kind of the living room. That's where the stairs that go upstairs are. And upstairs there are simply 2 pretty simple bedrooms and a single room which can be used for washing in.
The stairs, can we say they have a balcony? Like stairs that come back on themselves and have a balcony that you can look down on from above?
Certainly. We can say that. That makes it more dramatic.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to say that Kiko gets up onto the roof. It's a pretty gorgeous sunset, and you are now going to roll. Are you looking around?
Yes.
Okay, you've actually gone out onto the roof, by the way. I'm saying.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because there is a ladder.
That would actually be my intent, to go up to the roof anyway, because that's the best place for a view.
Suicide.
I have to try.
Now what you're going to do, Kiko, is you're going to roll a perception test. The obstacle of which is again 5.
Okay.